Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Recently, I was on a live. If you don't know, I host a Friday night makeup and chill live stream where we just talk about makeup, hang out, talk about beauty news, try new makeup live. It's a good time. But this last Friday, we started doing our makeup, and then when I got to the complexion part of my makeup, I wanted to do underpainting. I've seen this so many times on TikTok, on Instagram. Recently, I think J-Lo posted this video of her routine and how she underpaints. And it's always been a technique that I felt would be too hard for me. But what I found during this live stream is that it was actually pretty easy and it looked really good. It looked very natural and it just got me thinking, I think I want to perfect this technique. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Yadi and I'm 40 plus. I have oily skin and all of the things that go with maturing skin, like the large pores. I have oily skin, fine lines, wrinkles, all of those things. So we like to address that here on my channel. And I just like talking about makeup. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. We're gonna try a new technique. This is just so authentic to what I like and who I am because this is what I do even when the cameras are not on, you guys. I love trying new techniques. I love doing my makeup. It's 5 a.m. and I'm going to work and I'm just sitting there like really taking my time to do my makeup. So I thought, you know what, this is something really, really fun that I think I'll enjoy. This is the Makeup Forever Essentials Face Palette and that's what it looks like. It's like a really nice sturdy tin packaging and then you get a bunch of cream products. Now this obviously is the face side and then this is going to be just cream blushes. Another reason why I wanted to try it, and I'm actually going to be doing a wear test with this video, is because I have oily skin, you guys, and so to think about just applying cream on my face, like that's not going to work with my oily skin. I won't be unrealistic about that, but we'll focus more on the underpainting technique and yeah, just see how it comes out. Okay, so when I say I'm not going to be unrealistic, I am going to do my normal routine, but I'll use these cream products. So I'm going to start with a blurring primer, an OG that I've been loving lately, and I feel like an OG like Makeup Forever is the Smashbox Photo Finish Blurring Primer. I recently got it again and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how much I loved it. It is a silicone primer. It's an OG. It works really well on my oily skin and then it does blur the look of pores. All right, let's go. It makes me nervous when I'm like trying something new. I mean, it's just makeup, but you know. All right, pulled out an OG brush that I haven't used in a minute. This is the Huda Beauty brush. I mean, I guess today's video is all about OGs. And other brushes because good Lord, somebody send help. Like if you could see the basket of dirty brushes here, I have to hire somebody just to wash my brushes. That's how bad it is. But anyway, pray for me, y'all. Okay, so here we go. We are going to start with this side, the face side. And the way that you're supposed to do it is, you know, kind of, I don't know if you guys have seen this thing on TikTok or this technique where it's like dots everywhere. But normally the reason I mention that is because you start with lightest to darkest. That way you don't like muddy up everything on your face. So let me just start by seeing what my foundation color is, and then we'll go from there. Let me grab this brush. So that's what it looks like there. And that's too dark. Okay. I don't want to mess it up too much because I have primer on. But okay, let's go with this one. Let's see how this one looks. And that one looks like it could work. I'll just bronze it up. Let me see if I take this darker one and kind of go over the same area, how that looks. No, still too dark. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say that this one is like my perfect foundation shade, this one here. For concealer, this one's definitely too light, so I'm going to go with that one. And then for bronzer and contour, I will go between these two and see how that works. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this one and then just kind of try to see how that looks. It's really warm, but I always want to go like above the cheekbone. I guess I went right on the cheekbone. Just when you start blending, you want to be mindful to go up. I kind of don't like how like brown or orangey that is, so I'm going to include a little bit of this. Just wipe off my brush a little. Yeah, that's a little more cool tone. You see that? And then we'll just go over all the areas that I would normally apply bronzer to. When I do the jawline, you guys, I always do like right underneath. You see how you can't see it? If I do that, you can see it. But just right underneath to really help create that shadow. Okay. See, that's what's scary. Is like, is it going to blend? Is it going to blend? I always like to do a little bit on the bottom here to kind of emphasize the lips a little bit. I guess we can do the top too. Just a little bit. A little more bronzer for my 5 head. Okay, so we have the bronzer done. Next, I'm going to do the blush. I haven't even swatched these. Let's do that first. All right, so that's what the blushes look like. And then here are the swatches. This is the top row of the palette that I showed you. This is the bottom. They feel like lip balms, you guys. So I'm already getting a little nervous. I don't know if it's going to last, but that's okay. I'm not going anywhere today, so we're going to try it. So we're going to go in, I think I really like these 2 deeper ones. I think those are really pretty, so I'm going to grab those. I just wiped off my Huda Beauty brush, and I'm going to use the same one. And I'm just going to tap the lighter one here. And then I'll grab the deeper one. And the deeper one, I'll concentrate towards the back. Okay. And then I think I got to move a little bit faster here, so okay, I'm going to use this one as my concealer there. So I'll grab an Angie 506 concealer brush and I'll just, whoa, that's really light. Shoot. Damn it. It's just the shade right before my foundation shade though. We'll figure it out, I guess. And then I'm just applying in all the areas that I normally will do a little bit of concealer. All right. So this is like the underpainting portion of it, okay? You just position the cream products where you want them. Next comes the blending, and so because we decided that this was the right foundation shade for us, we'll go with that. I'm a little concerned that it's going to be too light, but whatever. Let's try it. And so you just kind of start going in the areas first that are lighter because you don't want to muddy up the shades, right? And so just start blending. Oh, I missed an important part. So one of the parts that I saw was that you should, after doing all of this, you should spray it so that everything blends well. I'll list all the brushes I'm using, but this is the Sephora Pro brush. And that's what I'm going over my foundation and the areas with concealer. I'm going to go back to my concealer brush for the concealer portion. That's so light. Damn it. It is blending out nicely though. I'm going to go back into the foundation shade with my concealer brush because this is just too light. I'm already like not loving the texture that I see, but anyway, we're going to keep going. So then I'm going to grab my BK Beauty 109. Start going over the areas with my bronzer. Do my blush first here. That part looks really nice. I think the rest I'm not liking just because it's the wrong shade. It's too light, but we'll see here. We'll figure it out. Yeah, this part I'm not hating. Actually looks really pretty and it blended out so nicely. So start with the blush. And then I like to swoop up or blend up with the brush for the bronzer. kind of taking the blush part under the eye just to kind of minimize some of that really light product. Okay, okay. It's coming along. Ugh, I always get nervous about the nose. Okay. So with the nose, I'm going to go back. Let me use this one. This one's from Sonia G. Just to kind of get the bronzer right. I like to always do like a little circle on my nose. Give you that button nose effect. Okay, guys, it has not been that long. I mean, I've been talking, so maybe taking me a little longer than it would have, but that kind of looks good. Okay, aside from the concealer and the foundation not being the right shade exactly, this looks really, really nice, you guys. The only thing is that for the concealer part, it looks so... I don't know, I have to set it first, but it kind of looks a little drying, like it's going to get a little crepey, so let me just set it. Now, one thing about underpainting, I'm going to treat this like I would my regular foundation routine and bronzer and everything, and I'm going to set it because I want to know if this is a real solution for me for every day. Dude, this is looking really nice, you guys. All right, taking my Pat McGrath, my under eye setting powder in yellow. I guess I'm surprised. Especially with how it started. Once I set the under eye, it doesn't look bad. Does it still look too light in camera? No, not really. Yeah, once I set it, it doesn't look too bad. This area here in between my brows, that area looks really bad. You know, I tell you guys all the time, like, this camera and the lights, like, it just softens your face up a little bit. So, dude, I like how that nose looks, though. All right, and I normally use the Pat McGrath powder to set in every area that I put concealer on. So I'll just do that like I normally do. Oh my God, I'm excited. Okay. Hold on. Cue the next OG into the conversation. This is the new NARS Soft Matte Powder. And I'm just going to set in the areas that I didn't set with the Pat McGrath. In my everyday makeup, you guys, I normally always set my bronzer and my blush with a powder version of that product. I don't know if I should. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it, it's been about 3 minutes. And the cream products have dried to a really powdery, soft, matte look. All right, I'm still going to set. I decided because, again, this is to see if it actually works for me. And so I'm going to go in with a pretty light bronze. This is the Butter Bronze from Physicians Formula, just to lightly set the bronze. I'll go in with a really light blush. This is the one from Kaleidos, kind of the dupe for the Dior Glow. Just a little bit to set. You see there, it didn't really add too much. Just a set. Dude, you guys, this looks really, really good. And like, if you saw me in person, it's so light. It almost looks like my skin, but obviously we can tell it's not, that I have makeup on. And I think it's because I don't have all these heavy layers. Like, I don't have primer, foundation on top of bronzer and blush. And it looks so freaking good. I'm going to put in a little highlight real quick. Love this face palette. I'm so impressed by how matte and dried down this got. I would say that if you have normal or dry skin, you do not have to set it unless you absolutely want to. But I mean, I honestly was at the point that I didn't even think I had to set it, but I just know my oil production and I'm not trying to play myself, you know. Just add a little bit of glow back. This is a really nice soft matte look, to be honest. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna set because that's what I always do anyway. Okay, and here's the final look. My God, you guys, this is looking gorgeous. It's about noon right now. I'm gonna head over to some meetings because I did this during my lunch, but I have thoughts on like the overall process that I wanna share at the end. If you wanted to see how I created this eye look, it's up on my TikTok now. And then all the details on everything else I'm wearing, lipstick and everything, are in the description box below. Those are affiliate links. If you use them, thank you so much. free to use, safe to use, but they do support my channel and I have to disclose that. I'll be back. We're going to start the wear test now. It's 12 o'clock noon and I'm hoping to wear this about 8 hours. And yeah, let me bring you in a little closer real quick just so you can see what's going on. So there is what it looks like, you guys. It even blurred my pores, which I have large pores here. Do not mistaken me for somebody that doesn't, because I absolutely do. And if it looks, because I know it looks kind of weird and uneven, it's my discoloration in that area. It is looking flawless. I'm so excited. All right, I'll be back. Hello, it is now 8 o'clock almost. I think it's just a little, well, it's 7:30. I'm exhausted. I've been up since very early today, so I wanted to wrap up the video, but what I can tell you is, well, I mean, you guys can see. It does not look bad, you guys. It looks really, really good. I did blot once, and I am oily right now. Let me try and just blot a little bit here. So I'm oily, but it's not like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like gross oily. Like there's sometimes, for using all cream products on my face, like I just think it looks really good. So I think it wears off very, very good. It looks really nice, like up front. I'm trying to pull in as much as I can. You know what this Makeup Forever makeup does is it wears off so naturally, because it's definitely not as made up or not as pigmented as it was this morning, but it wears off in the most natural way. Like I said, I did have to blot around 3:34 and that was fine. But I am very, very impressed. It could also be that it's the winter time, so even though it is a little more of an emollient product, it's going to last better on my oily skin. But I'm really, really happy with the results. I think if I was to be like super, super critical of it, I feel like it is breaking up slightly here above my lip. But even the concealer, like there's no separation. It didn't go into my fine lines or anything like that. So I am very, very impressed. My final thoughts are that this is definitely going to be something that I can go to for a really quick beat in the morning. I mean, I hate to like disillusion you guys or like kind of make it unattainable. I'm a morning person. I don't have young children that I have to get ready for school in the morning. I'm up by about 4:50, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I walk out the door of my house around 7 a.m., sometimes 7:30 if I have to take Aaron to school. But I'm not running around making lunches, making breakfast. Like he does all that on his own. So I have those 2 hours to just dedicate on my makeup, my hair, and getting dressed. Sometimes I even straighten my hair at night, so I'm not even doing my hair in the morning except for curling. So it takes me a really long time to get ready in the morning, you guys. So when I tell you that when I was filming this, obviously there's edits and cuts in the video, but what I can tell you is like real time, it took me like 5 minutes. I mean, maybe less. That's how quick it was. I took a little longer because I was explaining and I was finding the right brushes, trying to figure it out. But now that I know which brushes are going to work the best in the pan and just kind of go in and do what I need to do, it's going to be so quick, you guys. Like I can totally see me doing my makeup from top to finish in like 30 minutes. And 30 minutes only because my brows take a long time and so does my mascara. So I think, yeah, I look eyebrows, mascara, everything 30 minutes or less using this technique. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna keep playing with it. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna do the underpainting and I'm gonna try it with other foundations because I wasn't thrilled with the shade. That being said, I was able to like get a pretty good match. I mean, there's my face, there's my neck. I don't have anything on my neck. I didn't take it down. So it's not a horrible shade match. And yeah, very, very excited. So I'm going to keep doing this underpainting method. I think it looks really, really beautiful. And I love, love, love this product. I'll link it down below. I'll link everything that I'm using down below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried underpainting or not and how you like it. But I really do think it's going to shave some time off of your makeup routine in the morning. So thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.